Hello everyone, my name is Latisha Henderson, and this is my communication practicum project on the movie Pretty Woman. The objective of this presentation will start with the introduction, which consists of the setting, the main characters, and the plot. The next 6 slides to follow will consist of culture, listening, verbal messages, nonverbal messages, interpersonal relationships, and interpersonal relationship types. From there will be a review slide and a final slide. Setting. The setting of this movie takes place at the Regent Beverly Wilshire Hotel, where Edward Lewis was staying at for business. The main characters of this movie are Vivian Ward and Edward Lewis. The plot starts with a successful businessman who gets lost driving down Sunset Boulevard. He runs into a prostitute who he asks for directions. She then offers to show him how to get back to his hotel. The businessman finds there is something intriguing about her and asks her to stay the night. Come morning, she's looking for her pay. The man breaks up with his girlfriend and realizes he needs a date for a scheduled event planned in the upcoming week. He offers her a proposal to stay for a week, and she accepts. Listening. Listening is a core competency skill necessary to effectively communicate. Listening consists of 3 components: hearing, interpreting, and understanding. Culture. A set of traditions, beliefs, values, and norms or standards of behavior that have been passed down from generation to generation. Culture is described as the way we do things. The culture of the main characters in this movie was dominant. This movie is filled with very influential people who had specific views on the way the world and the people in it should behave. Vivian, although from a lower class, always wanted to do better for herself, but didn't have the opportunity to do so. She was among a class of people that made her feel intimidated most of the time. However, the dominant characters in this movie was able to take experiences that Vivian had throughout her journey and learn that it's the smaller things in life that gives us great joy. Vivian's culture was one she was raised with, but then decided through a stream of actions to continue to adopt and adapt to that culture. Verbal messages. The sharing of information between individuals by using speech. The picture below is from a scene in the movie where Vivian and Edward was out at a function. In this picture, they had just come back to their hotel room. Vivian learned at the function Edward had exposed to one of his friends that she was a prostitute. As the scene unfolded, they were both initially nonverbal. However, it moved verbal very quickly. They started to engage in dialogue, more like an argument. At this point, the conversation became emotional, and the focus was on the words and not the message. Nonverbal messages. Behavior and elements of speech aside from the words themselves that transmit meaning. Nonverbal messages include pitch, speed, tone, and voice, gestures and facial expressions, body postures, stance, and proximity to the listener, eye movements and contact, and dress and appearance. In the pictures below is from a scene in the movie where Vivian Ward walks into a dress shop to find clothes. Vivian's appearance is not the appearance of a typical customer coming into the shop. The staff was nonverbal with the message that they were sending. The facial expressions, the gestures, the body postures, and the stance all said everything that was on their mind. At a certain point in this scene, it did become verbal, and the pitch, the speed, the tone, and the volume of their voice was clear that her business was not wanted there. Interpersonal relationships is a strong, deep, or close association or acquaintance between two or more people that may range in duration from brief to enduring. This association may be based on inference, love, solidarity, regular business interactions, or some other type of social commitment. The picture below is a scene in the movie where Vivian Ward accompanied Edward Lewis to a business meeting. This meeting was not of a strong, deep, or close association, however, more like an acquaintance and a business interaction. Interpersonal relationship type. Interpersonal relationship types can be friendships, family, or romantic. In the first picture in this presentation, in this slide, is a Vivian Ward and Edward Lewis on their way out on a date. That is an example of a romantic interpersonal relationship. The next picture in this slide is of Vivian Ward and the hotel manager, which is a depiction of a friendship relationship type. Review. In this PowerPoint, I discussed the following. Culture, which is a person's own beliefs and traditions. Listening, which is essential to good communication skills. Verbal messages, which are the words we use to express ourselves. Nonverbal message, which are our actions and demeanor and how we express ourselves. Interpersonal relationship, which is a strong bond between two or more people. Interpersonal relationship types, which could be a friendship, family, or romantic. Final. Communication is an essential part of our day-to-day lives. Whether we understand all or none of the components of communication, it is the number one way humans are able to express themselves. Throughout this course, I have gained a vast amount of information on effective communication. I feel that I am now prepared to effectively communicate on a higher level. Reference list. This slide consists of all of the references that I've used in this presentation. I would like to thank you for taking the time to view my communication practicum, the final level. Thank you.